This is the Little Brown Comprehend Book of Writing. The first paragraph strikes me as a good narrative of what good writing process can be. Like most writers, even very experienced ones, you may find writing sometimes easy but more often challenging, sometimes smooth but more often halting. I think this is a good description, especially thinking of how when you have a thought organized in your head, you can write smoothly. But when your research isn't done, when your thoughts aren't properly developed, you come more often to a halt rather than a smooth flow of writing. Writing involves creation, and creation requires freedom, experimentation, and infamous steps. Writing is a creative process, and it requires the freedom to think freely. It requires the freedom to feel freely. It requires the freedom to experience freely. And you experiment with things, with your feelings, with your thoughts, with your ideas. And to have a freedom to do so means you can more often than not take wrong steps, which you'll have to retrieve back and pick yourself up again and start over again. Instead of proceeding in a straight line on a clear path, you might start writing without knowing what you have to say, circle back to explore a new idea, or keep going even though you are sure you will have to rewrite later. Sometimes you can write straight linearly, but more often, sometimes you write without even knowing without knowing what you want to say. Like it's in free writing. Sometimes you have to rewrite the paragraph that you wrote, refocusing on a different aspect than you have centered your writing on. So you have to rewrite it, but still you have to keep on writing, right? As uncertain as the writing process may be, you can bring some control to it by assessing your writing situation, particularly your subject, purpose, audience, and genre. So writing is more often more of a halting process, and it requires the freedom to think thoroughly, think freely, and experience freely, and feel freely. And writing is more often a circular process rather than a linear process. But all this makes writing difficult and yet challenging job.